Okay, I apologize for the sudden interruption of the video. I neglected to plug in the laptop on time. Anyway, Kingdom Christians, in other words, those who believe that, yeah, there are two possible interpretations of this one. Kingdom Christians are either Kingdom Now Christians who believe that the born again Christians must not just spread the gospel throughout the earth, but must also um, take power in several areas of the society, in addition to the churches, in the families, so in the families, in the churches, at schools, in the government, in the media, in the arts and entertainment, and even in the in the businesses. But okay, these kingdom Christians are different ones, because the Kingdom Now Christians are much more prominent, and probably many of them are supporting Donald Trump because supposedly they claim that the Trump presidency will help them to accomplish this takeover of several areas of the society, which according to their, I would say, hyper optimistic theology is necessary, eschatological theology is necessary for Jesus Christ's visible second coming. But these are other Kingdom Christians, probably those who focus on the fellowship of Christians across doctrinal and church lines, and also believe in the social duties of Christians as they are defined. The most racially and ethnically diverse of the groups, churches tend to be urban and hyper-local, and members are active in their communities, working for grassroots changes that mitigate or reduce human suffering. Because of their local orientation, few leaders are nationally known. Peace and justice evangelicals make up a small but growing movement of older leaders, mostly white men, and young adherents who are racially and ethnically diverse. Though many are pro-life, they part company with older evangelicals by focusing on issues such as racial justice, gender equality, immigration reform, and creation care, what the rest of the United States calls environmentalism or conservation. Linked through media, non-profits, and some evangelical colleges and seminaries, they are represented by an old guard that includes Tony Campolo and Jim Wallis, and a new guard of Alexia Salvatierra of Fuller Seminary, David Gashi at Mercer University, Shane Claiborne, sorry, and other younger leaders. The next time you ask or answer why evangelicals support Trump, sound smart by asking first, which evangelicals? So evangelicals in the United States, just like in the rest of the world, whether here in the Philippines or in my distant native land, Finland in Northern Europe, or in Canada, where I also lived when I was young, they are not, certainly not monolithic, exactly the same. The question is part of our ongoing effort to show how and why religion and politics are more complex and much more interesting than headlines allow. So the writer of this article was Diane Winston, but of course I added many details about my own. So I just wonder where these Kingdom Now evangelicals would fit. Maybe they would be so-called Trump-evangelicals, but not Kingdom Christians. And I just wonder where those African American Christians, theologians, pastors, and so forth, who are connected to the so-called Jude 3 project, in other words, Jude's epistle, chapter 3, led by Lisa Fields, who is an African American theologian, and includes such people as Ali Henney, who is a Pentecostal theology student, long-distance student, and would like to pastor a church someday. Then there's Ikimini Yuwan, who is an African-American Reformed Christian counselor, whose parents are actually from Nigeria or of Nigerian origin, And then there are a number of men, but also a number of women involved in that project. Would they perhaps be in the Kingdom Christians because they have taken a line critical of President Trump? Actually, during the 2016 US presidential elections or in 2017 that Lisa Fields hosted Are You an Evangelical? Or some similar program, and that was posted on YouTube. And one white lady, Caitlyn was her first, or is her first name. I think she's still alive, probably. Openly admitted that she could not, for reasons of conscience, support Donald Trump. So they definitely would not be classified as being Trump-evangelicals. Have a blessed and successful New Year 2019, all of you.